This is exactly how filling the gap will change your life. Hello, my name is Alexander Evans, and I will be educating you guys on exactly what filling the gap is and how it'll change your life. All right, so filling the gap, as we talked about briefly last episode, is about using your purpose and fueling it to take you from where you are to where you want to be. So, for example, what I wanted to be and where I was. So, where I was, what I wanted to become is someone that was strong, someone that could be relied on, someone that had a future. And that's what I'm doing today. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't trying to do that. So this is going to be my guide of how you can find your purpose, how you can use that to fill in your gap. And so step one would be to think. Most people in our day do not know how to think. They either spend most of their time on social media or they spend most of their time on their phone. They just don't understand how to think. And the biggest way to just think is just to do nothing. Just literally, I want you to sit down and do nothing for 30 minutes and just totally think about what is it that you want. What if you were to want something in the next generation? You don't want to think close. In the next generation, what would it be? What is your end goal for the next generation? So I want you to think about that, and if it helps you, I would journal it out and really put it down in paper so then you can talk about it with something. So first you want to find what it is you want, because that's the baseline of everything that you get. Then I would try to find my why. Why do I want this? Is there a reason for me to have this? Is there something that's driving me to get this? I want you guys to think really about the question of why. Why do I have this, and why is this important to me? Because with that why, it'll help you understand what you're doing it for, so then you can keep doing it even when you don't want to do it. Two, it'll help you understand your vision, like what to say yes to, what to say no to. When you know your why, you won't say yes or no to stupid things that people say that try to persuade you to do something. You'll stay firm to what you want. So that's why why is important. And once you find what you want, your why, I want you to find how. So your how is very important because you can do all these things and you're just in motion. You can be like, I'm making so much progress because I know my why, I know my how, and I know my why, I know my what I want, but that has no purpose without a how, because you want to put it into motion. So right now, I want you guys, instead of going and writing something down, I want you guys to take something. No. All right, so then your how. I want you guys to understand exactly how you're going to do it. Set out the steps one by one. It doesn't have to be precise. An overall broad perspective of what you want and how you're going to get it. So you already know what you want now. Now figure out how you're going to get it. So if I wanted to become, I don't even know, a millionaire by next generation, you don't want to think short term. And by the next generation, you would think the steps, the broad steps. Because if you think about the small things, it could help you, but you're going to figure that out on the way anyway. You want to make sure that you know exactly what you are doing now to get to where you want in a generation, so then you will be there. So then you'll know you'll be there by that time. So once you figure out your how, I want you to understand next once you figure out your how, I want you to understand that you need to take action now. Now that you know your why, what you want, and your how, now you got to go and take action on it, because these things are all good, but you're all in motion. So now you want to go and make sure you're not just thinking about it or writing it down. These are great things, but you want to make sure that you now take action. So once you have a goal, once you have something like your why, and once you have your how, I want you to go out and take it and expand on it. Just really take action on it. Because with the action that you take on it, you will get so much more and you'll actually get a true result. So once you get your why, what you're doing, and how, I want you to go take action on it. And an exercise I've realized is a very good exercise to do once you figure all these things out is just taking some kind of thing, a 2-minute version of it. So for example, I learned this from Atomic Habits. If you were to want to start a habit, like working out every single day, what you'd want to do is just do it for 2 minutes. So if you're wanting to set the goal to go to the gym every single day, I want you to go there for 2 minutes. It might sound stupid, but it's scientifically proven that if you do it for 2 minutes, just working on it consistently, you will eventually get to the point where you're like, I'm already going here, so I might as well just start doing it for longer. So I would recommend starting the habit of doing what you want every single day to get there with just a 2-minute version of it. And then once you get down on the 2-minute version for at least, I'd recommend about a week to a month, I would start adding time to it once you're going to be consistent with it. And something that I've learned that helps me out a lot with it, especially for like ice baths and 75 hard, I will get dressed for either the gym or for taking an ice bath that night. So if I were to want to be taking an ice bath that morning, to make it a lot easier, I usually have a fan on and I'd turn off the fan so then I would be less cold. And so then I'd wake up hot. So I'd be like, oh, I want to jump in the ice bath. But also putting on my swimsuit before I go to bed, because then I have a reason to go and it's easy. So you want to make sure that I learned this from Atomic Habits. This is some good stuff. But I learned that when you want to start a new habit, you want to make sure that it's satisfying. You want to make sure that it's easy. And you want to make sure that you're like guaranteed to do it. So if you have those three things down, you have a higher chance of doing it. But now all you got to do is actually take the action. So the night before you do some kind of action that you want to do, like for example, go to the gym, I would first get yourself ready for it the night of. I would then like prepare yourself mentally to go and do it. And then I would set up a plan of how you're going to do it through consistent work and consistency. So that's what my recommendations are for habits. And why are these things going to help you find your purpose? Well, your purpose is found through action. Am I right? Because when you are somewhere and you want to get somewhere else through your purpose, you want to first know why, which I already explained to you guys why. You guys want to know exactly why you are doing it. And then once you know your why, you take these small steps to get up to your whole purpose. Because your whole purpose is you. Your purpose is for my example, my purpose is for my future family. I'm doing all these things for my future family to show them as an example, but also just to be the person they can look up to. So you want to know first your baseline why, like what is it you're doing? And then you want to know your how, which I already explained, how you're going to do it. And then you're going to take action. And these are my 3 steps. I don't remember if it's 3 or 4. This is my 3 steps of how you can find your purpose and take action on it. So if you guys like this, please let me know. And I really appreciated this episode. I really like this one. If you guys want to know more about this, please let me know, because I would love to make more on this. This is a very deep conversation. Thank you guys so much, and podcast out.